I'm going to make a little assumption you're probably a broke school student who's kind of busy. This is how you are going to lean bulk on a budget. And lean bulk, what I mean by that is gaining muscle without too much fat, not becoming some ugly powerlifter. You want that aesthetic, lean physique. So that's what we're going to do. Now, when it comes to the diet, the requirement is a small calorie surplus, which is going to cover the energy cost of building muscle, as well as 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight, which is going to help your muscles recover and grow. Ideally as well, you'll be getting carbs before and after your workouts just to help you with energy and glycogen storages, and also mostly whole foods. It just helps a lot and makes you feel a lot better, but again, not necessary. As long as you got these two, then your diet is pretty decent. And the reason I'm telling you this is so that you can look at this video, you can kind of build a diet and then make adjustments to it, because as long as it fits these necessary two things, then it's honestly perfectly fine. And when it comes to structuring the meals, this is the way I kind of do it. I do breakfast, then a snack, then lunch, then another snack, then dinner, then maybe something before bed. But honestly, the main three that you definitely need is breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Because if you're skipping breakfast still, mate, you're going to be staying skinny, let's be real. So when it comes to breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I kind of call it anchor meals, because these are meals that are going to stay kind of roughly the same time every day. And oftentimes they're going to be a similar like actual meal that you're eating every day. And when it comes to building these meals, it's really just putting protein at the core. So that's having like meat, fish, eggs, whatever it may be, as the kind of center, the main show of that meal. Then because you're probably trying to gain some weight without feeling super full and bloated all the time, that's where we're going to put some more fats in this meal. So like avocado, some olive oil with your salads, some butter with your toast. Those are going to help you get extra calories without feeling full. And then as well, carbs, obviously like rice, potatoes, whatever it may be with that meal. This is especially useful if you're going to have a workout that day or maybe even like a couple hours later, because carbs fill your glycogen storages, which give you energy before you train. When it comes to snacks, mate, just have whatever the fuck you want, as long as it patches up holes in your protein and calories. If you're missing calories that day, have a little cheeky, chocolate bar or something. It's not that deep. But anyways, what should we actually buy? Well, when it comes to protein, these are the things that I recommend. They're not too expensive and they're still good foods. It's not like you're eating just pure protein powder from a tub. So eggs, the big pack of eggs, it's not even that expensive, and that's going to be a great breakfast food every morning, just having eggs. I mean, you really can't go wrong with that. Chicken thighs, they're a bit cheaper than chicken breasts. If you just cut out the bone, they're decent, and they actually have a bit more calories because of the fat that comes with them. You can have those at lunch, at dinner. Just buy a big bulk pack, that's pretty good as well. Minced beef, a kind of similar thing, especially if you go for the higher fat one. It's actually cheaper and it has more calories, which is going to help you gain weight. Another great one, Greek yogurt. Just buy the 1 kilo tub and you probably could be good for the whole week with that. Just nice, easy to prepare, decent calories, decent protein. Tin tuna, this one's kind of optional, but these are just easy to like prepare and just add to like sandwiches and stuff. But it's actually not that high in calories, so you don't need to get this all the time. Then I would say whole milk, get a whole bunch of this. Whole milk has more calories than skim milk or semi-skimmed. And again, it's pretty decent protein as well. And because you can drink it, it just goes down way easier. Now, if you're broke, like pot noodle level broke, then you can buy some lentils, and that's like the cheapest protein source. However, wouldn't recommend it all the time. I would try get some more meat or eggs in your diet. And last but not least, protein powder. Yet again, if you're broke, literally just buy like a 5 kilo tub of this and it's going to last you ages. It's not the most nutritious food in the world, but it is literally free protein. And weekly, what I recommend is just get eggs, chicken thighs, minced beef, whole milk, Greek yogurt. That comes to about 20-25 quid. Pretty simple. Now, when it comes to the fats and like basically anything to boost your calories up, what I would go for is olive oil. You can add this to like salads. You can even add it to protein shakes if you're feeling a little bit cheeky. But that's about £7 for a litre, and a litre has 8,000 calories. So if you just buy that like once every few months and use it to cook with as well, just basically like liquid calories is like crazy. Similar story with butter. This one's good to add to your toast, whatever. Not too expensive and a decent bit of calories there too. Actually kind of similar with cheese as well. It's actually all made from milk. But yeah, cheese isn't too expensive. It's actually got decent protein as well, and of course decent calories. Then peanut butter, just good with like toast, pretty easy and quick. Avocados as well, they're a little bit more pricey, but they are just great calories and they're kind of healthy, so might as well. Whole milk comes up again because it is just the king, And then mixed nuts, just get like a kilo bag and just keep that in your like cupboard or whatever and just have it as a little snack here and there. But weekly, I'd just recommend just get some butter, get some cheese, get some avocados, and then maybe some nuts here and there. That'll be about 10-15 quid. and just easy calories to add to everything else. And then when it comes to carbs, these are actually the cheapest ones, but I wouldn't go too crazy with the carbs because they're going to fill you up too much. And if you're trying to put on size, you don't want to be full all the time. It's just going to make you hate the diet. But when it comes to it, I would just buy rice in like a big, like 2 5 kilo bag, whatever the biggest one you can find, and just over time you can munch down on that. I mean, literally probably the cheapest food like per gram. Similar story with oats and potatoes as well, and also pasta. Again, bread, I would aim to get sourdough bread, but getting 1 loaf a week, pretty cheap, and you can have that with like your eggs in the morning or whatever. Bananas, literally the greatest pre-workout in my opinion. You can buy like a kilo for £1, super cheap, super easy, and they're portable, so it's kind of nice. Then I'll get frozen fruit, goes great with Greek yogurt, and you can also make smoothies and stuff with that. And then also honey, great with Greek yogurt too. And then orange juice, just easy to drink, extra calories, extra carbs as well. Have that before your workouts, have it with your breakfast. But overall, weekly, I recommend, get some rice, get some oats, get some potatoes, get a bit of bread, bananas, frozen fruit, and then some orange juice, and that'll be about 10 to maybe 13 pounds. With snacks, you can just get things like bagels, wraps, sausage rolls, pork pies, pre-cooked meals here and there. I wouldn't do it all the time. And then junk food, if you're feeling a little bit cheeky, you can have that here and there as the occasional treat. Your calorie budget isn't like 1,000 here, so we can sneak in the odd packet of crisps here and there. But what to actually avoid is the low fat kind of diet foods like 0% fat Greek yogurt or skim milk. I mean, you're trying to get extra calories. That is basically super counterintuitive. Another one I would skip is like the over marketed kind of protein foods. I literally saw the other day protein noodles. Like, how does that even work? I mean, that stuff is just marketed as protein, sold at a way higher price, and isn't even that good for you. It's not even usually that high in protein anyway. And yeah, just basically junk. Another thing to avoid if you are low on money is like single serving, low portion things. Like if you're buying a single yogurt from the store, I mean, you kind of deserve to be broke at that point. Again, ready meals. If you're buying ready meals, again, you just deserve to be broke at this point. But yeah, this is what I would get on like a weekly shop. Some of you probably already have some of this stuff at home, but like if you're buying it all yourself, this is a decent little one you can just screenshot now. It'd come to about 50, 60 quid. And then here and there you might have to buy, some oil, some honey. So it might add on a little bit more. But overall, not super expensive, very healthy as well. And overall, I think the diet itself is actually pretty enjoyable with these kind of foods. So this could be an example day of eating. You wake up, you have your breakfast, 4 eggs, a couple slices of toast, some butter, orange juice. Lunch, you got chicken thighs with rice and avocado. See how you balanced out the protein at the center, then there was a bit of carbs and fats. Same thing with dinner, you got your protein with the minced beef, then you got some fats with the cheese, a little bit of carbs with lettuce and potatoes, add some hot sauce to be a little bit spicy. And then extras, you just use these as you need. This obviously alone, this breakfast, lunch and dinner isn't probably enough. So you can have a little protein shake with some whole milk and protein powder. Maybe you have a couple bananas before you train. And overall, this whole day of eating will come to around 3,000-ish calories and 150 grams of protein. So more than enough with the calories and protein. And that's just an example using the foods that I kind of listed before. So what I want you to do now is have a little look at the shopping list and think about what kind of day of eating you could make with that. And then sort of build together a plan that you think you could stick to maybe every day to hit your calorie and protein targets. And by the way, if you don't know how many calories to have per day, I'll link in the description a thing to help you work out your maintenance calories, and then you're going to add on 300 more because obviously you're trying to gain some weight. But yeah, that's literally it. That is how you bulk on a budget. So remember, have some fats, don't be scared of them. Bulk buy things, freeze them, get big packs, and meal prep as well. If you're going to bring stuff to college or work or whatever, make it all on Sunday and you got meals for the week. So there really isn't too many excuses. Even if you are broke, there is still ways around it. Thanks for watching. And as always, the coaching link will be in the description too if you want to apply and book a little call. I'll see you there.